Hey, what's up, Fearless Girls? It's your Fearless Girls leader, Dr. T. It's a great Friday. This is a wonderful day to be alive, and I'm so glad that you all are on with me. Why don't you take a moment, tag somebody, tell somebody, share it on your timeline, let everybody know that it's time for the nugget, and you don't want to miss it. They don't want to miss it, so have them tune in. I hope you've taken the time to tag at least 3 people. Tag 3 folks. Let them know that they need to tune in. And listen, I want you to tag actually 3 fearless girls who have families. Tag at least 3 fearless girls who have families because they do not want to miss tonight's nugget. They don't want to miss it. So I'm really, really excited about you tagging somebody and letting them know, hey, this is going to be a good Fearless Girls nugget. Because you have a family, I thought about you, so I'm tagging you now. So thanks so much for doing it in advance. I greatly appreciate it. Yes, that's right. Hey, KD, you're right. It's nugget time. It is nugget time. So thanks. And then I definitely want to give a shout out to those who are watching the replay. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for sharing it. And even though you're not catching it live, the power of it, the incredible opportunity that you're going to have to really kind of have some thoughts that can be bolstered is going to be for you, even though you're not on live. So thanks so much for doing that. And like I said, thank you so much for tagging at least 3 people. Yes. And hey, guess what? We are on YouTube live now as well. So shout out to those who are checking us out, who are on YouTube. Grace and peace, and thank you so much for being a part right this very moment, and you're live as well. So the same rules apply for you. Thanks. And you know what? It's September. We've been celebrating September as our fun month, and I'm just like, I hope you've just done a few fun things, at least some fun things this month. I hope you have. And not only do I hope you have done some fun things this month, but you still got 7 days left. You know, it's the 23rd. You got 7 days left in the month. So I want you to get moving. I want you to have some fun before this month ends. I definitely want you to have you some fun before the end of the month gets here. And guess what? You know, when September falls away and we head into October, you still should have a plan to have some fun. I'm grateful. Yay, very good. Lavette said she's been having fun. Speaking of days, since I said it was 7 days left in the month, I'm not sure if you realized it or not, but there are literally only 99 days left in 2022. Yeah, I like wrap your arms around that one, right? There's literally 99 days left in this year. So if there are some things that you're trying to accomplish before the year ends, you better get busy making it happen. That's all I can tell you on that one is you better get busy making it happen. Absolutely. Yeah, so last week's nugget was personal planned fun. Last week's nugget was good. We had some things, a couple of little things going on, but it all worked out great. We had an opportunity to really have some discussions on some different things. But before I jump into that, I mentioned throughout these last couple of weeks talking about fun, one of the common themes for me personally has been the idea of being a foodie. I'm a foodie, and being a foodie is fun for me. I like frequenting different restaurants and finding new and exploring new different restaurants and meals and places and menus and different things like that. And so that's part of my fun. It just is. But me and the hubster found us a new food spot yesterday, so I was so excited. And it's dope and it's fun. That, like I said, that's a fun thing for me. And so my husband and I, we were doing some exploring. And let me tell you, the plan wasn't kind of working out initially, but it worked out perfectly. It put us in the right location for me to remember this place that I had seen that I wanted to try. And so we both went, and when we walked in, we were kind of a little skeptical, but it actually is a super plus. So I've been having fun. I had fun yesterday hanging out with my husband. He kept me out all day too, y'all. Kept me out all day. But I'm not going to go all into that. Anyway, last week I highlighted 10 things that you can do for personal fun. And so we highlighted those things. Now, listen, I'm not going to recap those 10. Not going to do it. I'll just encourage you, go back, watch the rebroadcast, and I'll tell you this, you will be glad that you did, because it really gives you, it'll give you some good things to do for your planned personal fun. And I want you to have some things in your repertoire that you can kind of consider as personal fun. So anyway, this week's nugget will be quick. It will be simple, but it's definitely important. Yeah, it was interesting. It was super interesting. So I'm glad we checked it out. But anyway, since September is Fun Month, and we've considered what fun looks like, and we've even considered if people think we are fun, now let's turn the page and make sure our fun is infectious. We have to make sure that our fun is infectious, and if it's infectious, it should touch and reach the people that we love. So this is one of the reasons why tonight's nugget is creating fun for family memories. Creating fun for family memories. Now, I want you to create some fun that is with your family. That's right. Fun times with the family will always create lifelong memories. So sometimes we stumble upon them and then they become some of our best memories. However, we generally schedule those fun times with family, and I'm just really excited about the opportunity for you to kind of establish some memories with your family. And my family and I, we talk about different things like this on a regular basis, because it keeps us fresh and it keeps us enjoying our time together as a family. And one of the reasons this nugget is so important is because I am not convinced that on a whole, or statistically, as families, we schedule enough fun time to establish and to create fun memories. So I think we need to do that. We're not going to talk about Fun Month all month and not include the people that we love, because at the end of the day, who we are, the foundation of what we do, is usually coupled with people who really matter to us. And I want you to be in a position where you're creating those memories. Now, let me tell you, even as a family of one, there are people that you care about that you can establish those memories with. So let's kind of establish that and get that set up front. So I don't want you to be a person who is considered what I call a DINK, disposable income, no kids. That's a person who's basically single and you don't have children. And I don't want you to hear this and hear me say that our nugget tonight is those family fun memories. And you're like, well, I don't have a family. And you shut me down. You shut us down. You cut me off. And you don't think about it anymore. You have people that you love. You have people that you care about. People that you probably hang with. You probably have cousins. You have girlfriends. Whoever it is, you make them sort of a part of your center of influence. And those people are the people that you have in mind while we're talking about this, because you have people that you enjoy seeing or being with, and that is why this really does make a difference. And I think we also limit family fun because many people limit family fun because they figure it may cost too much, and maybe we consider the money or even the time is too costly to take the time to plan it. So I want us to look at the investment as an investment that really does make a difference. So for today's nugget, let's put together some ideas basically that cover all of these gamuts. So it's kind of going to be a broad range, but I want to give this broad range because I need you to think outside of your regular thought process so that you can start planning more things that are fun for you and for your family. I'll just kind of establish it with the fact that my family is super close. We are super close as a family, and we do a lot of things together. So we know how to have fun together as a family. So I'm going to approach it from there, and then we can kind of branch it out as needed. But I'm approaching it from there because when we talk about the family, oftentimes I don't think we put everybody we don't consider everybody in the family unit when we're planning for fun. One of the things that I distinctly remember, when I was growing up, the kids, there would be things and events that were planned as a family, but the kid thing was simply to go outside and play. And that did not establish a relationship that was fun together collectively with everybody. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, but I just had a couple of thoughts on it as it relates to that. As the generation gaps are there has to be room for everybody to have fun. Hence my reason for sharing the example of being a kid, and it's like y'all just go outside and play. But as long as the kids were out of the adult's hair, then everybody was supposed to be happy. But things didn't always go the way we planned. So we have to kind of establish when we're talking establishing fun, you have to take everybody into everybody should be considered. That's what I'm saying. Everybody should be considered. So grandkids or young kids events, what are those things? You got to have room for everybody to have fun. So if you have like I have grandpups, I call them grandpups, I mean that affectionately, my grandbabies, or young kids, when you're establishing or planning something, what is there going to be for them to do? And it can't just be have them go entertain themselves. There should be a portion of the fun where you are included in whatever it is that is planned for them. So if it's specifically towards the younger kids, babies, is it going to be a water event? Is it going to be in the yard? Are you going to do a theme park? Whatever the case is, play stuff. You got to think of play stuff. That way they are having fun as well, and then when you have another event that may not be as geared towards them, you have something for them to do, but they're going to be okay because you're going to give them what they need as well. So then I use the grandkids or the younger kid ideas. And then you've got the young jit events. What are the young jits in the family going to do? And the young jits could be in the teenage area. They could be young adults. What's going to be designed for them to do? And all of these things have to be planned out. You all know I am a firm believer that things don't just happen. They must be planned. And so when you think of the young jit events, what do they like? Do they like concerts, comedy, sports? At what type of active events they like? Because they usually like active things. There may be something like young jits. There may be things like skating that they like. Just because you don't skate doesn't mean you can't go to the skating rink with them. Go go and cheer them on and be focused. Yeah, you may have your phone, so when they want their little time where they don't want to have your attention, you may be on your phone or whatever, but they need to have your attention at some point. And just because you don't do it doesn't mean that you shouldn't go. You know, one of the best things that we used to do with our family, they liked paintball. And, you know, paintballs hurt. So I had to find me some like thick stuff to wear when it came time to do paintball, so I wouldn't kind of quit on them. So you got that, right? You got the young babies, then you got the young jits, then you got like your midlife people. What's the midlife events that are gonna happen? So midlife events, those may be things like movies or, you know, traveling or different type of games and things like that. Then you've got the senior events, you know, those who they're not moving too fast. They don't want to do a whole bunch of anything. They may want to just have front porch chats, you know, and then they have dinners. One of the things that, and I'll use my children as an example. Like I told you, my family, we're very, very close. And so my sons and my daughter, they are very flexible in how they do things. So, you know, before my grandmother went home to be with the Lord, if we went to visit her in Ohio, that weekend may be spent pretty much predominantly sitting on the porch just chatting with her. And my kids never treated that like it was an inconvenience. Now they only wanted so much of it. You know, after you spend a Friday evening and a Saturday doing it, you didn't have a belly full of it. But they would do it, and they would do it with patience. So let me kind of bring it back to something else. My family is a family. We generally do some sort of trip for Thanksgiving. And so one of the years we went to the Macy's Day Parade. And so I had set everything up and what we were going to do. And I had set up for us to go to the Apollo for a show. So we went to the Apollo. Before we went, I was telling them, and we had laid everything out. I tried to get us into Madison Square Garden for something, but they didn't have anything going on. I think they were renovating at that year or something like that. But anyway, so we started talking about it, and when I tell you, they did not, my sons did not want to go to the Apollo. And so my husband, the hubster, kind of stopped. He said, hold on a minute. You know, I'm a boy mom. This was before my son got married and had children. And so my husband was like, hold on a minute. He said, now, Mom, if we want to do sports or do something do video games, Mom never complains. So let's go ahead and do the Apollo. And they made an immediate adjustment. It warmed my heart. I still think about it years later. And it warmed my heart how they made that very, very quick adjustment. But let me tell you, what happened is that I would be willing to bet you that one of the most memorable things about our trip to New York was the Apollo. They had a blast, and they absolutely loved it. So let me just tell you, everybody in the family matters, and we should be flexible enough to have fun with everybody in the family. And when you establish that culture, then it becomes better. Don't give up on it because it's not an established thing. You have to work in making it something that's established. And as you work to establish it, I can tell you that it will work out perfectly. And I love it because if I just want to do something simple, my kids will do that. I call them my kids, but they're adults. You know, my kids and my grandkids, they're wonderful with it. And we learned how to have an incredible rhythm with each other, and it worked. So include everyone when planning. Initiate events that will make others in your family happy. Everything does not have to be about you and make you happy. Like if my kids wanted to do, I've learned to do the Dave and Buster's thing. I wasn't really that big into video games per se. But if we go to Dave and Buster's, I'm going to go and have a blast. The last time we went to Dave and Buster's, everybody was ready to go except for me. I had found a game, and we had one of them little specials where your game card was free all the night, and I had found me a game I liked, and they had to peel me out of there. So, so that's what I'm trying to convey to you. Initiate events that will make others in your family happy. You got it? You got to include everybody when you're planning. And then introduce entirely new traditions. Make some new traditions. And that's one of the things that we've done. We've introduced entirely new traditions, and one of those things is the fact that we do Thanksgiving holidays out, and we may or may not cook. It's all good. So this is just kind of fun. Doesn't have to cost a bunch of money. Fun does not have to be arduous, and it can include everybody. So that is the point I want you to get. And do some activities at home that are fun. You may do, like I saw Karen said, I loved those porch talks with Granny. Yes, porch talks with Granny were amazing. I should have pulled some pictures up so I could have shown you all some. So that's just kind of how we do it. Do activities in the community that are fun. You know, find you a nice park, or do a picnic, or find you a lake or a beach or something. Feed the ducks, whatever it is that you all, create some things that make a difference. Yes. Oh yeah, definitely, Nicole. I know you're going to do some new traditions this year. So you got to do it. And then so as I say that, it doesn't mean that you don't schedule date nights with the spouse, play nights with the kids, or talk times with the parents. It doesn't mean that you don't leave the kids with someone else, or, have some time where you do things that you want to do. There are just way too many ways to have fun with the family, and I want you to be thinking about those things. So your assignment before we make it to the last Friday of this month, which is next Friday, that is, because it's our fun month, right? That is for you to make plans for family fun. And I as I thought about it, I would be remiss if I did not share with you that we have a product called the Data Deck. The Data Deck is a great product, and it's really just a sit and chill and talk game. And like whenever we're in the car, that's a terrible one to show you. Whenever we're in the car, what we do is we use these cards while we're traveling, and somebody can see, game nights are something you really enjoy. And look at me talking about something that you can use just like that. And so the Data Deck is a bunch of cards where it's questions that you all have that you ask. And then I love the free card, because you may not want to answer something, but this can be purchased at IamHappilyEverAfter.com. That's where you can purchase these. I think they may be $10, but you ask questions, and you're gonna find out things about the family. Like, this is popular on social media right now. You can only keep one, and it's wings, pizza, burgers, or soul food. So which one would you keep? So all of these things, this is a game that you can play together. I love it. See, she said, I love the free pass cards. She said it's her favorite game. So you can get this at IamHappilyEverAfter.com. That's one of the things. And then I would be remiss if I didn't mention the Connection Deck, too. The Connection Deck can also be purchased at IamHappilyEverAfter.com. What I'll do is I'll have the team put a link on Fearless Girls' Facebook page, so if you're interested, you can get them. And this is where you communicate something that may be a little difficult for you to communicate. So, like, for those who are married, this says, can we work on some intimacy? That, you know what that means. I won't even go there. Can we work on how we listen to each other? So great cards. Can we work on partnership? All of these things are great. This is great for couples. So I just, Shayla always trying to play the Data Deck. Yeah. So you can get these at, like I said, IamHappilyEverAfter.com. And the team will put a link on the Fearless Girls Facebook page so that you can get it as well. But I definitely wanted to tell you, I think you can get a special on them. I'm not sure, but go ahead and get these. They can work as a part of your fun. But I definitely appreciate you tuning in for the Nugget. Listen, we're 1 week away from the Tropical Girls Getaway. I simply can't wait to meet you all there. It's going to be absolutely fantabulous. And yes, we are still on track to go to Puerto Rico. In fact, right before I came online, I got a text message from the point of contact there saying that the electricity is up and running, all is well, and they look forward to us being there next Friday. So I'm really excited about that. And then finally, I definitely want to invite you. Don't forget to mark your calendar because we've got some great things going on and you don't want to miss Cups, Coffee, and Conversation. Yes, yes, it's going to be this coming October, Saturday, October the 22nd at 11 a.m. And it's Cups, Coffee, and Conversation. It's going to be incredible. We're going to have a breastival. That's a bra decorating contest. We're going to have coffees and teas from around the world. We're going to have a panel discussion about breast cancer awareness. It's going to be incredible. And it's going to be in the building. It's going to be in person this year. Last year it was online. It's going to be in person this year. You can definitely register. It's a minimal cost to register. I think it's like $10, just a really administration fee for us to kind of get everything in place. But it's going to be incredible. And you can go to our website on Facebook, IG, wherever you catch Fearless Girls, and you should be able to find the link to register for Cups, Coffee, and Conversation. It's going to be amazing, and I just can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. But listen, before I go, I definitely want to tell you that this is the perfect day for you to become a monthly supporter of Fearless Girls. If you have not already, I want you to become a monthly supporter of Fearless Girls. You can do so through Givelify. You can do so through Cash App. And guess what? Now we even have Venmo. So you can go to any of these places and go ahead and get yourself set up to become a monthly supporter. Thank you so much for that. Greatly, greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in for the Nugget. I love you all. Yes, yes. I'm seeing all of your comments. It's great. Bags are packed and ready to go for the Tropical Girls Getaway. No doubt about it. Thank you so much for always being on with me on Friday evenings. It's always a joy to hang out with you for a few minutes. I gotta go though, but always remember, girls with dreams, they become women with vision. I'll see you next time. Bye.